What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stockgoat YouTube channel. We have some breaking news today coming out on the Neo stock. A lot of news going into updates about their deliveries, that European expansion in Norway. A lot of good news, guys. We're going to be taking a look at the Neo stock and seeing if it's a great buying opportunity today. We're also going to be taking a look at some of the competitors' performance and overall doing analysis on the best performing EV stocks to buy now and why I believe NEO is the #1 EV stock to buy in this sector. And only if you feel this video gives you a better insight on the NEO stock, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be keeping you updated daily with all of the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information coming out. You don't want to miss it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, we can see the NEO stock finish 2.62% green today, this Monday on August 2nd. They released their sales right around 4 a.m. and basically the sales came in 2% less than the previous month of June. So the sales were down 2%, but this was their second best month, all time since the company inception. I believe they delivered around 7,950 vehicles. But we're going to be taking a look into those vehicle sales because it looks like, there was some things that happened that did affect their sales once again that was separate from the chip shortage. Right now, NEO has a market cap of 74 billion. Analysts believe that this market cap should be much, much higher. If we look at the analysts on tip ranks, we have 6 analysts. Prices coming around $64.50 with 40% upside from the price right now, guys. And this is leading into earnings. This is going to be their best earnings report ever, guys. If we take a look at the 6-month chart, this company has been getting beat down, guys, for 6 months, finally breaking out very, very slightly, guys. But there has been so much negative catalyst affecting the NEO stock that has nothing to do with company performance. That's what I'm always talking about, guys. It's all of that China FUD, those China headlines. China did try to regulate a couple companies, Didi in particular, and a couple of these educational companies, and it really affected, hundreds and hundreds of China stocks because people just felt like their investment, was not safe. And CNBC really ran, with the FUD, and the China companies lost like $1 trillion or something like that in like 48 hours, guys. It was insane. There has been some big US hedge fund managers coming out saying, hey, that sell-off was way overblown. We're coming out now and we're buying China stocks heavy because, these discounts that just happened, a week or two ago, that was insane. So hedge funds definitely came out and cleaned up, those China stock discounts. They didn't really say exactly what companies that they were buying, but they definitely said they weren't buying, Didi and those, 2, 3 educational tutoring companies. So hedge funds are definitely buying that China sell-off, so that's some good news. But guys, as you can see here, investors are smart. The stock is even turning green on that 2% dip month over month because this company is building vehicles, sending them off to Europe, and those aren't counting as deliveries, okay? I heard there was around 600 applications for Norway. So, over 600 people looking to buy a vehicle already, and they're going to be selling those vehicles next month. So we could see deliveries pick up even faster, when Norway really starts getting warmed up. And guys, before we get into a little update on the deliveries for the NEO stock and their other competitors, I want to give you guys a top 5, that to be buying in this EV, market. The EV sector got really, really frothy because of all of those SPAC stocks and speculation plays that they didn't fulfill and live up to what they were saying that was going to happen, back in 2020. That's why a lot of these stocks got crushed. We had Nicola, the CEO, got in trouble for fraud, making up, non-realistic numbers. We had Workhorse lose out on the USPS contract. We had Lordstown Motors CEO faking pre-orders. So a lot of this stuff has been built in, to these EV stocks prices. And I want you guys to scroll down. I'm keeping an update on about 18. There's definitely a lot more EV companies out there that are much smaller. But if we just start from the bottom, This is just going off of all of the news, company performance, guidance, pre-orders, and this is just what I'm seeing inside of the market. So I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 to be buying. But as you can see right here, Nicola, Lordstown, Workhorse at the bottom, Solo, Green Power, Arcimoto, XL Fleet. I got their 2021 numbers up. All of these are in the very low millions. Canoe, and then it starts getting interesting right around Proterra, because these companies actually have solid revenue, and all of these companies pretty much have pre-orders going up higher. But these three companies, Arrival, Line, and Proterra, these are not the EV luxury sport market. These are buses, trucks, vans. This is different. Okay, once we get up past Fisker, this is where you get into that, luxury, sport, mass market, EV vehicles. The thing about Fisker and Lucid, they have massive amount of pre-orders, guys. 11,000 pre-orders on Fisker, 7,500 pre-orders on Lucid. So these have not had deliveries yet. So my top 4 to top 5 right now is going to be Tesla, Neo, Li Auto, Xpeng, and Lucid, guys. Those are the buys right now if you want a safe investment in the EV sector. This is an untapped market that is growing rapidly, guys. This is the early stage. These are going to be the big companies 10 years from now. So if you want to get in right now, these are definitely your top 5 to be buying. Tesla, Neo, Li Auto, Xpeng, and Lucid. They all have massive revenue projections for 2022. But as you can see right here, I put Neo, 2 years ahead of Lucid right now, potentially even close to 3, if Lucid does not perform absolutely perfect. So these are the buys right now, guys, if you want to get into that, EV market for sure. I just wanted to bring this update for you guys, to show you there's a lot of speculation out there in that EV market. This article just came out today. NIO doesn't care about its deliveries being overtaken by Xpeng and Li Auto. So Xpeng and Li Auto did produce more vehicles than NIO back in June, which is very crazy. You saw a little pre-market sell-off with NIO, about 1%, but it says NIO had long held the #1 position in the delivery volume of China's new car makers, but in July this crown was taken away. Many people feel sorry for it, but the company does not seem to care. Data released in the past 2 days showed that Li Auto delivered 8,589 vehicles in July, making it the top new car maker in terms of deliveries for the month. Xpeng was next with 8,040 units delivered. NIO dropped to third place with 7,931 units, down about 2% from June. So Xpeng, did deliver right around 100 more cars, literally neck and neck on deliveries right now. This article says that the floods in Germany this year affected the supply of air suspension shock absorbers, thus affecting NIO's production capacity this month. An unnamed NIO insider was quoted by local media CLS.cn as saying on Monday, NIO doesn't care about losing the #1 position in deliveries among the new car makers in July, the report said. We have just that much capacity, and it's normal to deliver a little more or a little less, the source said. As the capacity for the 100 kilowatt battery pack is released, the average selling price of NIO models may soon surpass that of luxury German brands. So guys, that is the big difference when you compare these other China EV makers compared to NIO. Taking a look at Xpeng most recent earnings report for Q1 2021, total revenues was $450 million. If you take a look at the exact same quarter for NIO, the first quarter of 2021, total revenues was $1.2 billion, guys. Tripled Xpeng. The reason for this is because Xpeng has priced their vehicles for a mass market. Their vehicles are right around $25,000. They're 2 models. NIO has 3 models right now, and they're priced around $55,000 to $70,000, guys, close to tripled. And you got to think NIO does not even have a sedan out yet. That ET7 is really going to shoot NIO, literally to the moon in 2022. But there's still no reason for their past 3-month performance that NIO, after this earnings report, cannot finally get back into the 60s, guys. A brand new article once again came out today. I believe we're going to hear a lot of good things in this earnings report coming out. The CEO is going to be talking about huge guidance, as long as guidance is in the 26 to 27,000 range, that means Neo starts finally hitting that 9 to 10,000 unit sales. This company is going to gap up huge on earnings, guys. I mean, this could have a 20% run if the guidance hits on the revenue and EPS with massive guidance. People want to hear those delivery numbers to see, what they expect to hit in the next 2 months. So I'm hoping that they, do hit a big number, but NIO has rumored to start mass production of new model called the ES7 in June next year, guys. This is the Project Gemini. So another vehicle they plan on producing next year, mid-year after the ET7 comes out. The announcement made on May 10th showed JAC soliciting bids for the construction of a production line for JAC Neo's 60,000 unit per year model, codenamed Gemini. So, guys, that's why they signed that massive deal for that 240,000 units for next year. This is just the warm up phase we're in, okay? Yeah, XPing and Li Auto, hit a little bit, of a surpassing, a couple hundred units this 1 month. I had no clue, Neo had problems with, the suspension, hurting their sales once again. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why they're doing that 250,000 sales contract, guys. It's leading up to next year, the ET7, and now this new vehicle, the ES7, guys. They are going global. That's why they're headed into Norway. So it's looking crazy. It's just we're not really seeing it right now. No one's really getting excited about 8,000 units, another 8,000 units. It just looks like everything's gonna happen when you least expect it. Two more vehicles, into their production line. That's why they've been building up these factories. Signing these contracts. It looks like it's gonna be huge, but I really do want to see Neo, hit a 9 to 10,000 sales next month. We'll see what they say on earnings report as far as their guidance, but it's looking really good. You can see, even on a 2% decline, the stock is still rising, guys, because it is undervalued right now, according to these analysts, leading up to the earnings report. Don't be surprised if you see much higher price targets raised, in the next 2 weeks after earnings. So very exciting times, guys. You got to be very cautious on your EV buys right now. It's a frothy market, especially in the SPAC stock sector. You have to go with companies with proven performance. That's my top five for you guys: Tesla, Neo, Xpeng, Li Auto, and Lucid. Okay, those are the top fives right now as far as companies that can really take over, in the next 3 to 5 years. That's what you want to be buying into. You don't want to be buying off of companies that are not going to have any sales for the next, 1, 2, 3 years, or, just a couple million in sales. You want to know companies that are really, really trying to tackle this market very fast. And definitely Neo is still my #1 buy right now. And yes, guys, as far as price targets, this stock should definitely be hitting, $60 in the next month or so. We just hit $55 a couple weeks ago before the China FUD really, crashed the stock back down to $40. This stock is going to 60 really fast. If the sales really ramp up this year, heading into Norway, and they start finally hitting those 10,000 units, we're going to see around $80 to $90, by New Year's, in the next, 5 months. So that's the high price targets, 80 to 90, but we should be seeing $60, heading into earnings. And once again, if you found any of this information useful on the Neo stock, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be keeping you updated daily with all of the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information coming out. You don't want to miss it. I hope you have a great day.